The Mission Impossible movies are all about thrilling adventures and stopping bad guys from total chaos on a global scale. Tom Cruise plays Ethan Hunt, the brave and super cool agent from the Impossible Missions Force, IMF. These movies have been a massive hit, making lots of money at the box office. They're so popular that they keep making new ones. The latest installment, Mission Impossible Dead Reckoning Part 1, has just released a week ago and, metaphorically speaking, has exploded the box office. And there's even a Part 2 in 2024. But let's not forget the movies we already have. So, in this video, we'll be exploring the Mission Impossible film franchise, from the lowest to the highest rankings according to IMDb. At number 7, we have Mission Impossible 2, the one that divides opinions a bit. Some people think it's the weakest entry so far, but trust me, it's not a terrible movie at all. It took the series in a more action-focused direction, rather than being all about the typical spy stuff. In this one, Ethan Hunt travels all around the world to stop a former IMF agent from releasing a dangerous bioweapon that could cause a lot of harm. IMDb rates this film at 6.1, and at the box office, it earned a staggering $546 million worldwide. Directed by John Woo, this installment divided many fans and critics due to its excessive slow-motion action and convoluted plot. While it may have its flaws, Mission Impossible 2 still delivered on the adrenaline-fueled action that the franchise is known for. But there are also some fun and silly moments that inject some excitement into it, saving it from being a total letdown. So while it may not be the best, it still has its entertaining moments.
You gotta be kidding.
Before we move on, please take a moment to subscribe to the channel and hit the bell icon. Number 6. Mission Impossible 3.
Agent confirmed.
Stand by to go live. On my mark.
Mission Impossible 3 is fast-paced and thrilling, with tons of action and chaos. In this one, Ethan Hunt teams up with a new crew to bring down a dangerous arms dealer named Owen Davian.
I'm gonna kill you right in front of her.
IMDb rates this film at 6.9. At the box office, it accumulated $397 million globally. Directed by J.J. Abrams, this installment delved deeper into Ethan Hunt's personal life, adding emotional depth to the series. Despite receiving mixed reviews, Mission Impossible 3 showcased Tom Cruise's dedication to the role and continued to provide audiences with high-stakes thrills. Philip Seymour Hoffman's performance as the bad guy really takes this movie to another level. He plays Davian, and let me tell you, he's one of the most memorable villains in the whole series. Coming in at number 5, we have the very first Mission Impossible movie from 1996. It may not be the absolute best in the series, but it's a strong start and sets the stage for the exciting adventures to come. The story here is a bit smaller in scale compared to the later movies, but it's still packed with excitement and keeps you entertained. Ethan Hunt, our main guy, gets framed by a mole within the CIA. Now he's on the run, trying to prove his innocence while also uncovering the real bad guy. The film also received a rating of 7.1 on IMDb and made a whopping $457 million at the box office worldwide. Sure, this movie might feel a bit different compared to the ones that follow. Director Brian De Palma knows how to create thrilling stories with unexpected twists, and he brings that talent to this film. So even though it's not the very best, it's definitely a great starting point for this awesome series.
I can understand you're very upset.
Sliding into the 4th position and the 5th in the series, we have Mission Impossible: Rogue Nation. IMDb rates this film at 7.4 as well. At the box office, it raked in a substantial $682 million worldwide. The plot is intense, and Ethan Hunt and his team have to go up against a dangerous organization called the Syndicate. These guys are determined to take down IMF, and our heroes won't let that happen without a fight.
The Syndicate is real.
Rogue Nation falls right in the middle of two of the absolute best Mission Impossible movies. It's almost as good as those two, but not quite. Still, it's hard to find any faults because it delivers fantastic action, and Tom Cruise gives it his all, even doing crazy stunts on screen. Impressive, considering he was in his 50s during filming. It may not reach the same level of craziness and unforgettable moments as the very best in the series, but it comes super close. In fact, it's even better than the first 3 films. Trust me, you won't be disappointed with this thrilling adventure. Taking the 3rd spot is Mission: Impossible Ghost Protocol. This movie was a game-changer for the series. It's the 4th film, and the one where the series really showed its greatness. In this story, Ethan Hunt and his team have to work without the government's help. They were partly blamed for a big terrorist attack, and now they have to prove themselves. The stunts and action scenes in the earlier movies were cool, but Ghost Protocol took things to a whole new level. It's the movie that made people think of Tom Cruise as the guy who does crazy stunts on screen. IMDb rates this film at 7.4. At the box office, it made an impressive $694 million globally. This entry introduced us to the iconic Burj Khalifa sequence, where Tom Cruise's daring climb left audiences on the edge of their seats. There's action and thrills throughout the whole thing. Ghost Protocol definitely made its mark in the Mission Impossible series. Coming in at number 2, we have Mission: Impossible Fallout. This thrilling installment holds an impressive IMDb rating of 7.7. At the box office, it soared to great heights, earning a whopping $791 million worldwide. With breathtaking stunts, intense action sequences, and an engaging plot, Fallout solidified its place as one of the most beloved films in the franchise. With thrilling moments and lasts for about 2.5 hours, the movie gives us loads of top-notch action. It's a bit like Ghost Protocol, where Ethan Hunt and his team are blamed for something and have to prove they're innocent while facing even more enemies. Trust me, it's not just a highlight in the Mission Impossible series. It's one of the greatest action movies of the 2010s and solidified the franchise as one of the best of the 21st century so far. Seriously, if you love action-packed movies, you can't miss this one. It's pure entertainment from start to finish and a must-watch for anyone, even if they're not usually into spy-themed flicks. Number 1. Dead Reckoning Part 1.
Our lives are the sum of our choices.
And lastly, at number 1, we'd have the highly anticipated Mission Impossible 7, Dead Reckoning Part 1. Do you know how awesome Mission Impossible Fallout was? Well, get ready because its follow-up, Dead Reckoning Part 1, is even better. It takes the whole series to new heights and gets us hyped for Part 2. The best part, Part 1 feels complete on its own, so you won't be left hanging too much. The story is super timely too, with a rogue AI program called the Entity, causing lots of paranoia and distrust among the characters. This movie is paced perfectly, and you won't even notice that it is 163 minutes long. It has already generated immense excitement among fans. So IMDb rating for this installment is a staggering 8.1. And let me tell you, the excitement is through the roof. So don't just sit around and see what kind of crazy stunts and jaw-dropping action Tom Cruise has in store for us this time. Thank you for watching and subscribing to the channel. See you in the next video.